Ruth DeWitt Bukater, played by Frances Fisher. Then, 45. Now, 74. Kaladin Cal Hockley, played by Billy Zane. Then, 31. Now, 60. Cora Cartmale, played by Alexandria Owen Sarno. Then, 8. Now, 37. Molly Brown, played by Kathy Bates. Then, 49. Now, 78. Lizzie Calvert, played by Susie Amos Cameron. Then, 35. Now, 64. Thomas Andrews, played by Victor Garber. Then, 48. Now, 77. J. Bruce Ismay, played by Jonathan Hyde. Then, 49. Now, 78. Brock Lovett, played by Bill Paxton. Then, 42. Passed away in 2017, at the age of 61. Old Rose Dawson Calvert, played by Gloria Stewart. Then, 87. Passed away in 2010, at the age of 100. Captain Edward J. Smith, played by Bernard Hill. Then, 53. Passed away in 2024, at the age of 79. Colonel Archibald Gracie IV, played by Bernard Fox. Then, 70. Passed away in 2016, at the age of 89. Jack Dawson, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Then, 22. Now, 52. Fifth Officer Harold Lowe, played by Ioan Griffith. Then, 24. Now, 53. Fabrizio De Rossi, played by Danny Nucci. Then, 29. Now, 58. Spicer Lovejoy, played by David Warner. Then, 56. Passed away in 2022, at the age of 80. Fourth Officer Joseph Boxhall, played by Simon Crane. Then, 38. Now, 67. First Officer William Murdoch, played by Ewan Stewart. Then, 40. Now, 69. Chief Officer Henry Wilde, played by Mark Lindsay Chapman. Then, 43. Now, 72. Rose DeWitt Bukater, played by Kate Winslet. Then, 21. Now, 51.